Welcome back to some new r/malicious compliance stories, where people comply to the letter, but not the spirit of a request. I hope you had a great day. The first story is called Shredded Lettuce. I work somewhere that sells pizza. At my store, we do not get the veggies pre-cut. We cut them by hand, minus the mushrooms and black olives. This includes lettuce, tomato, green peppers, and onions. A customer ordered taco pizza. It is topped with cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and chip crumbles. He called in after getting home to yell at an employee about the size of the cut lettuce. Then he came in and threw an absolute tantrum over the lettuce, like full-on meltdown, cussing at the employees, yelling at other guests who were telling him to calm down. Well, last night he ordered again. In all caps in the notes he ordered online, he wrote, "Cut the freaking lettuce smaller." So I took the measured amount of lettuce and minced it as hard as I could. It was basically lettuce confetti when I was done. Topped his pizza. He checked it before he left and said, "Are you serious? This is ridiculous. I am not paying for this and I'm never coming back again. You people are stupid. I'm calling corporate." To begin with, it was like 1 inch by 2 inches, so not even that big at all. Literally no one else has ever complained. And the order description says chopped lettuce, not shredded. So we are cutting it to spec anyway. One of our teenage employees quipped to me that if he thinks the lettuce is so big, they feel sorry for his wife. The next story is called Terrifying Crickets. A few years ago, I got a new phone. I let the vendor set all of the notifications, since I wasn't and still am not really into phones, talking or texting, and it seemed easier to let him do it. At the time, I had a desk job, and I would set my alarm to go off to remind me to do some walking during my breaks. Otherwise, I would sit all day and have noodle legs while trying to get home at the end of the day. The day after I bought my phone, I went to work. Morning break, I remembered without needing the alarm, so I shut it down before it could sound off. Lunch comes and goes, so then it gets to be late afternoon. My office partner and I are in our after lunch slowdown. Not quite sleepy, but less than alert. Then my phone alarm goes off. After office partner and I peeled ourselves off the ceiling, I frantically pawed at the phone for a while, before finding the shut-off for the alarm. The vendor had set all the notifications to Reveille. You know, the army wake-up trumpet song. I apologized to my office partner over and over again, and let him watch while I figured out how to change all of the notification settings to something less alarming. I set it to crickets. I thought the sound was annoying enough to get me up and walking, and nobody is afraid of crickets, so I was safe there. Or so I thought. Office partner and I got a kick out of telling that story every chance we got, and it always got a laugh. Until one Friday evening I was leaving late, in the elevator with some other stragglers, and I get one of my rare texts. Granted, it sounded really loud in that tiny elevator, but I was shocked to see mean girl sneers on everyone's faces. One of the ladies says, "That's your ringtone?" Yes. And I tell the story of how it came to be the default, and end with, "Because nobody is afraid of crickets." More sneers, and a sulky, "Some people are afraid of crickets," from the back. Then the one who spoke up, I guess she was the leader or whatever, begins to tell me how to change the volume and ringtone, so as to not upset others. I'm not a phone person, so I would have been fine with that. The problem was that she added condescending to the sneer. That opened it up for the rest of the women to ramp up the sneers and condescending remarks. I basically shut down at that point, because watching a bunch of 30-somethings turn into high school mean girls was freaking me out. Over a ringtone. Monday morning rolls around, and I get called into my supervisor's office. She looked very embarrassed. So embarrassed that it took her a few tries to get out what she had to say. Apparently, the mean girls had complained to their boss about my vile ringtone and insisted that she do something about it. She complained to my boss, and my boss had lower seniority. She basically apologized for making me change my ringtone. So I went back to my office and told office partner the whole story. We stared at each other for a few moments before we started laughing. I know what you are going to do. Go for it. Then I changed all of the notifications back to Reveille. The last story is called Wholesome Compliance. I'm a very outgoing person. I'm super extroverted and jolly around others. Whenever I meet someone, I greet them with a big hug and a smile on my face. To be honest, most people are really happy when I hug them, and that makes me want to do it even more, if that makes sense. A few weeks ago, a friend of mine, let's call her Tam, saw me hug a mutual friend. She immediately said, "You greet people as if they are your long-lost lovers. That is so cringe." I've been told it's cringe in the past, but the long-lost lovers thing was new, so I decided to do a little bit of mischief. When I showed up to class the next day, I hugged every one of my friends, except Tam. When I'd hugged everyone, I walked over to Tam and I just shook her hand real slow, making eye contact the whole time. The awkwardness was palpable. This was 3 weeks ago, and now Tam nearly begs me to hug her, because the handshake is somehow awkward. I just say, "Nah, you said it was cringe." I love the look on her face when I shake her hand. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if you have time, watch another one of my videos. And now, I hope you have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.